Yeah, that would be a significant setback to our plan right now. Yeah, Washington closed it. That's a problem.
We were looking at purchasing the dryers and washers ourselves, and while that's like a big initial cost, that's why in our initial cash injection, that's what it's going to cover.
Okay, so how much money are you guys putting up versus how much you're asking from investors? Because I heard the number of 100K. I mean, are you each putting in?
We were actually going to raise from our own families, because we have pretty wealthy families.
So what? Okay, so what percentage are your family members going to own in the business if they're putting up all the money?
Okay, so our family members are very loving, and they don't have all the money, but then again, we're coming with them to the ideas. So it's more of like they're going to get, like, say, 30% or 40% of the company, even though they're putting up a lot of money, but it's just because they want to see us develop and further.
So this is a write-off for your family.
So say I have an event that I know is coming up in 2 weeks, and I see a dress that I like. Can I reserve that dress in advance? Are there ways to guarantee that that dress will be in stock when I need it? I only get it for 1 week, but I want it in 3 weeks.
We're gonna have a layaway program to where you lay away the dress. We'll we'll keep it on stock, and we'll keep renting it out until that week comes. So that way, like a week before you need it, so that way no one takes it out then.
But it'll be washed.
Yes.
This is my wife, so I try to make sure.
I like this. This is for like what you're saying. When people have they don't want to go spend a lot of money for certain things, I think it's great. With the billing thing that you said, so when people don't return it, so you're going to collect credit card information or something like that.
With the nature of this, we're giving out high-end clothes, high-end watches. You can't just be like, oh, give me a $10 bill and I'll see you guys next week. It's so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a bunch of personal information. We're gonna have addresses. We're gonna have and then we're gonna do it through credit cards. So that way we can make sure that we're not just gonna get robbed.
So then you're gonna buy some software.
And you guys are gonna hire a hitman, right?
That's time. That's time. Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
You guys have the front light, back light, all the lights.
The light switches are up there on the right. You guys are welcome to do whatever you'd like to.
I don't know which one control switch, so I'm sorry if the lights go out for a second. Yeah, that's good.
Time begins when you start talking.
When people come to Ocala looking for entertainment, they think of it as a brick wall. But we zoom into the future. We open up a window of opportunity for them to have fun and not be stuck behind a brick wall anymore.
Imagine zooming into the future, an experience like no other. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rachel Thompson.
I'm Brent DeLauder.
I'm Marion Solomon.
And we are Zoom Into the Future. A lot of you are probably wondering why. Why Zoom Into the Future? Well, we finally have an answer. Our young adults and teens want this, and our community needs it. There's nothing like this in Ocala, and it's about time that there is.
When you were all young adults, did you ever run into the problem of being bored and having nothing to do? Well, now there's a solution, and we have it for you. We call our company Zoom Into the Future. Zoom Into the Future is an amusement complex with top video and computer games, tournaments, interactive sports, pinball, and other high-end arcade games, themed events, prizes and contests, and a venue-related retail store. The Zoom experience holds a promise of serving as an anchor for much of the other young adult area community. Approximately 23,000 high school age people will be the target that we're most likely trying to target with our company. We plan to attract added business from travelers along I-75 who now bypass and only stop for a bite to eat or to fill up their gas tank. Our venue is planned to be about 5 miles east of I-75, and when we build this special business, the city of Ocala will potentially attract more visitors, and more visitors equals more money.
About the money. We have reasonably concluded that an average visitor to Zoom Into the Future will spend about $20. We project an average of 400 visitors per day and the highest traffic on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. We will be available for homeschool activities and other after-school tutoring on Monday through Thursdays. Imagine being able to drop your child off with $20 and know they're having fun in a safe environment. Investors will participate by owning 1% equity in the business by investing $5,000. We expect to raise $450,000 in startup capital by selling 90 equity positions. Our share of 10% or $50,000 will come through sweat equity and other funds we may raise, including prize money from the Shark Tank competition. Evolution. During development, we have a plan B if adjustments to our plans are necessary. The strategic plans will be shared with investors as the business develops. We have plans for the future that include venue expansion and themed events. State-of-the-art venues will feature the latest technology, feature artificial intelligence, and drone applications. Now, will you invest with us and zoom into our future?
What percentage of customer base do you expect to be your drive-by traffic that you mentioned?
A very large portion of it, probably about 45, 50%, at least
Okay.
half of it.
I didn't quite catch the location, so forgive me, but I mean, if you're catching traffic off of I-75, you gotta, where is that in relation to I-75, or you got a big sign out
It's
there?
about
5 miles
miles,
east of I-75. Do you know where the old Albertsons is off of Silver Springs Boulevard?
Probably not.
40.
By Big
Yeah.
Lots.
Sure.
Yeah, it's in that
So we
shopping
plan
center
on,
by Big
yeah, we plan on
Lots.
doing like big advertisements and stuff out there so that way they know about it and they
Okay.
can come to it.
Okay, also on your first or second slide, you had kind of some of your services and the entertainment you're gonna offer. So related to that, are you planning to launch all that from day one, or did you have some kind of rollout plan?
We haven't really figured out in what order we're going to roll everything out, but assuming that we got all of the investments, we would try to start out with as much of that as possible because
It's our
we plan
main
on being
attraction.
something different in Ocala.
What are you gonna base that decision on? Meaning, is my question clear? Like if,
Nah.
okay, so if you have, whatever, you have 10 options and you get 50% of your money, how are you gonna determine which of those 10 options to start with?
We're probably going to choose the more popular games that people are into to start with, and then we make more money, and as we make more money, add the games in later on.
So video games, I
Yes,
presume?
arcade
Okay.
games.
Video
and stuff like
games,
that.
Okay,
arcade
so
games.
are you talking like console games on TVs, or are you just talking about the arcade like in my day?
Well, majority like the arcade, the
Okay.
older style arcade and some of the newer style arcade because we're
Okay.
trying to make it a futuristic theme. So we want to try to incorporate technology into our business.
Okay, and you can look, I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm good.
I think that one of the things as a mom, that you said that kind of, you said that parents would drop their kids off. I don't know that I would want to drop my kid off to play arcade games, because I would want my kid doing something else other than playing arcade games. That's what so many parents are talking about, getting their kids outside to play and, that sort of stuff. So how would you deal with getting over that stigma of, I'm just dropping my kid off to play arcade games? What would be the solution? Is there going to be anything else that, so the parents know, they're not going to just sit there for an hour playing an arcade game?
Well, there's arcade games, sports-based games like
Okay.
basketball games. We plan on having other attractions, like game tournaments from consoles and PC. We have to get rights and stuff by that. And we also will have supervision to monitor students or our customers.
And you also talked about a retail store. Did I hear you say something about, talk about the retail store? Tell a little bit more about that. It's interesting.
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead. Well, the retail store is going to be like for prizes, like instead of paying for them, you would play for them. Like in the arcade games, you'd get tickets and stuff like that, and you could turn them in for prizes.
Okay, so it's not purchase of the video games and as such. Okay.
These games deal with intellectual property. Do you guys know the process of getting approval to use this on a commercial basis, all these games?
We have contacted a person at our school. He's in our IT department. and he knows almost everything about it. He said that he's more than willing to help us. And once the business starts going into business, we will look more and more into the game licensing and publishing and everything.
And another follow-up question, the Albertson building, that's a huge, huge,
Yes.
huge building.
Yes.
And your competitors, you put down a Chuck E. Cheese and Easy Street, those are a lot smaller facilities. Have you budgeted to the upkeep and maintenance of such a large facility, and then of course the remodel of the facility and bringing it up to code and all that?
Yes, sir. We wanted to use a much bigger facility because we named our competition because we know that there's stuff kind of similar to us in Ocala, but we're a lot bigger, and this really will truly be an experience like no other. So we wanted to make it bigger because we felt like going too small might be a mistake, because then people would think it's just like Chuck E. Cheese or just like Easy Street. So we think in order to make up for that, we need to have a lot bigger size so we can hold more people and more venue-related things.
Quick question. Talk to me about supervision, because I know, and I'm not telling the people in this room anything that they don't read the paper, but dropping 400 kids off without any supervision is sometimes a recipe for disaster, as we have a problem with Easy Street and Hollywood 16. So tell me about supervision.
We definitely will have supervision, like we will hire people to watch what the kids are doing, and technology is going to play a very big role in that as well, with like cameras and whatnot, to make sure they're not getting into any trouble or doing anything wrong, and that they're okay in a safe environment.
That's time.
Police officers with the most special duty.
Start when you're ready.
Hello and good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming out tonight. My name is Whitaker Redgate, and I'm the marketing manager at Taco Rapido. Taco Rapido is a mobile food truck that's centered in Ocala, Florida. We range across Central Florida, and our main concern is to deliver quality Mexican food for our customers to enjoy. Customer satisfaction is something that we hold highly in our standards. We ensure our customers are the main priority in our business. Another thing that we hold high is health value. Our food is non-GMO, certified organic, and all of our meats are free range, and this benefits the population and us, and it's good for morale, because freshness is something that really is a good thing in the population to have with the way things are going. One other thing that we've brushed upon customer service, but our employees have proven to be very customer friendly, and we do not tolerate bad behavior within our company. One last thing is public image. We have multiple social networking websites, and we have our image as a food truck called Taco Rapido. We go across town, and we have different websites such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we have a YouTube channel actually where we will broadcast our videos and our pictures, so our viewers of the youth and of the adult population can see them and just spread them across Ocala, and we're hoping for Central Florida. Thank you for your time.
All right, hello everybody. My name is Grant Harris. I'm the financial manager, part of Taco Rapido. And Taco Rapido, it is a business startup. We started very recently, and as of right now, it is a general partnership, meaning it is a smaller scale, unincorporated business in which limited liability is not present. In the company, we have 4 main managers that work out of a small office that we have actually downtown. But the 4 managers are the operational manager, the marketing manager, the human resources manager, and the financial manager. As I said, I'm the financial manager, and my job is to basically run the money of the company. We run the capital that we have to create the business startup. I run the profits and the value added. The marketing manager, which is Whit Redgate, he runs the advertisements of the company. He makes sure that we get our business out to the desired public, as well as make sure that the image of Taco Rapido remains high among customers. The operational manager, which is Justin Peterson, the great employee, But he's the only manager who works in the actual food truck. He works in there along with two general employees. And he obviously, as it says, he runs the operations. He makes sure that our products are of good quality and allows them to be distributed to the public. Finally, our human resources manager, which is Martin DeHaan, the last one. Anyway, the human resources manager is the one who deals with internal affairs of the company, meaning insurance, possible if we ever get sued. We're not going to. Anyway, they're going to be internal affairs in which also that covers employment. So that is his job. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Justin Peterson, the operational manager, as Grant stated earlier, and I'm going to talk about our mission statement, which is to routinely create a quality product with speed and consistency for the customer satisfaction. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make our customers come back every time because it's a fast, it's a good, it's a healthy alternative to some of the other fast food or other restaurants that are here nowadays. Taco Rapido, we provide tacos, burritos, and quesadillas of the which you can get chicken, steak, or pork. A vegetarian option is also provided because there's a new wave of people trying to being vegetarians. We provide locally grown and healthy products. I'm the operation manager. Like I said, because I have the most experience. I've actually worked in a food truck. I was an employee at PDQ, and we went to Florida State or University of Florida football games, and we catered there. And our capital goods are obtained from local organic farms. We have connections in at the farmers market that comes downtown every weekend.
Hi, my name is Martin DeHaan. I'm the human resources manager.